Hi there! So, a huge part of what makes Mario feel so fun or Zelda feel so grand is the music. Behind both of these franchises' soundtracks, as you likely know, is a certain Koji Kondo. His soundtracks are quite literally legendary. But no art exists in a vacuum, so I thought it might be interesting to take a look back at what inspired Kondo's compositions, in some cases pretty heavily. Let's go! First off, a quick history. This will come in handy in a moment, so stick with me. From an early age, Koji Kondo had a very musical upbringing. Beginning in kindergarten, he attended Yamaha music classes, where he first learned to play the electone organ. Once he got to middle school, Kondo became fascinated by hard rock, bands like Deep Purple and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Upon entering high school, he joined a band, performing covers of many of these hard rock hits. His bandmates even grew out their hair to emulate the looks of the rock stars. Kondo didn't go that far. Around this time, Kondo started listening to both jazz from overseas artists like Herbie Hancock, plus Japanese fusion music too, from bands like Cassiopeia. This fusion music, by the way, is often known as city pop nowadays, so you might know it under that name. Now, once he entered college, Kondo joined a new band, this time focused on covering this Japanese fusion music. It was while he was in college that a friend noticed an ad for a job at a company called Nintendo. When the friend saw this flyer on the wall, he pointed out, "Kondo, this looks like it could be a good fit for you." Kondo replied, "This is perfect for me." And so, against the college's advice, Kondo only applied to a single company, Nintendo. 35 odd years later, I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. But what I find interesting is how each genre of music that Kondo listened to before joining Nintendo influenced the music he would later compose. First, hard rock. I mentioned Deep Purple earlier, right? Well, take a listen to this clip from their 1969 hit, April. Does that sound familiar? If not, here's a clip from The Legend of Zelda's dungeon theme. Notice the similarity? Well, he was even more influenced by Japanese fusion. Kondo himself stated, the overworld theme in Mario might show some influence from the Japanese fusion band T-Square. Many people have pinpointed one song, 1984's Sister Marian, as a strong influence. This song came out only 1 year prior to Super Mario Bros., so it's more than likely that it was at the forefront of Kondo's mind while he was composing the infamous overworld theme. One year before Sister Marian was released, Piper, another fusion-inspired artist, released Summer Breeze. This track starts off with this lengthy guitar strumming intro, and quite a few people have pointed out the similarity between that and the Starman theme from Super Mario Bros. Now, I definitely think this one could be pure coincidence. The tracks aren't hugely similar, but it's certainly interesting to think about, and the dates do line up. Okay, one more fusion-inspired song, Tatsuro Yamashita's 1982 hit Morning Glory. If you've ever played a Zelda game, that backing line will instantly hit you as strongly resembling the Fairy Fountain theme. However, we're actually jumping over a stepping stone here. It's a lot more likely that if Kondo was inspired by Morning Glory, it was while he was writing the Waterland theme from Super Mario Bros. 3. Perhaps when he came to write the music for Link to the Past, he knowingly or unknowingly used this Waterland theme as the basis for the now ubiquitous Fairy Fountain theme. And finally, the last genre, foreign jazz. And you can't get more foreign jazz than 1979's Let's Not Talk About It by one-album jazz ensemble Friendship. Take a listen. Now, I don't think I even need to point out which track that sounds like, but just for consistency, here's the underground theme from Super Mario Bros. Now, what I'm trying to say with all of this is not that Koji Kondo is a fraud or anything. Koji Kondo is an incredible composer. All of these comparisons, bar a couple, bear only a slight resemblance between the original and Kondo's composition. No, what I'm trying to show is that no art exists in isolation. All artists, both knowingly and unknowingly, pick up bits and pieces from all over the place and use these to build other great compositions, paintings, and so on. Though in Kondo's case, I'm willing to bet it was unknowing. He said in an interview, "Sometimes I end up writing things that sound too much like other people's songs, and I have to begrudgingly rewrite those. Darn, if only this video came up 36 years sooner. Oh well, there's always next time." Hi there, thanks for watching to the end. I hope you found that interesting. If you want to support the channel, subscribing is a big help. Plus, you could share this video if there's someone you think would find it interesting. I'm on Twitter too, so follow me there for updates, link in the description. And I will see you next week.